Hello everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge and welcome to another book haul. I haven't done a book haul in a while and it shows because my cart was absolutely full. I always start a haul with it empty because I fill it up, but yeah, I have quite a few books to put on here. So we're gonna dive into them. Today's another day where I have the air on. I'm sorry, I filmed my videos I filmed today earlier in the day and then it got a little warm, so I'm melting, but I want to get this video filmed because I recently did clear out a lot of books. Like, I've been good. I've gotten rid of about 200 and donated them to my local charity shop here. But I need to get these ones put away. So we're gonna dive in. We're gonna start with the new releases I purchased, as in new releases they came out within the last month or so. Then we'll go through my reveal book box books, some books I got as gifts, and then some other thrifty ones that I have found. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get into this stack. Okay, we're just gonna go through these new releases here. So this one, I don't have a clue what it's about, but I saw it and it's beautiful. And I believe it's 2-in-1 here. This is The Brides of London by Vanessa Riley. I haven't read a Vanessa Riley before, but I really want to. This includes, I think, the first 2 books in the series. So I think it's Bittersweet Bride and Bashful Bride. Yeah, The Bittersweet Bride and The Bashful Bride. So that's super cool. I totally got this one because it was adorable. And yeah, I am very interested in this. I think they are both supposed to be, because it's the advertisements for Love collection, so I think they're all supposed to be like mail order brides, or else advertisements for that. And I like it. To me, this is the reason why it's the time when it's appropriate to have the mass market plus size, because you could do a 2-in-1 and it's it's thicker. But overall, I'm not a huge fan of this kind of setup, but I really want to try these books. They look beautiful. Then in the other historical nature, we got Bombshell. This just came out recently. No step back, but this one does have some good look at Cecily and Caleb on the back here. I am scared to read this, not gonna lie. Some of my friends really love it. Other friends, they aren't a huge fan. I don't know how to feel. We'll see. But I still can't stop myself from reading Sarah McLean, and this is on Anyplay, so I'll probably try it at some point. Then there is The Highlander's English Bride. This is book 4 in the Clan Kendrick series. Now, this is going back a ways, but I read books 1 and 2 in this series, and I really love them. And those are The Highlander's English Bride and The Highlander Who Protected Me, and The Highlander Protected Me and The Highlander's Christmas Bride I really loved. The Highlander English Bride I DNF'd, not because it was bad, but I just got kind of bored with it. But this one is absolutely gorgeous. I'm very excited that this one is about one of the twins, which is Grant, I think. And it's so pretty. I want to read more Vanessa Kelly again. I got a little burned out of her because she wasn't as spicy as I wanted, but she has some super fun books. She has this Royal series that's about princesses, and she has the Improper Princesses series. I just want to read more of her because her covers are beautiful, so I keep buying them. Then one of the few YA series that I still plan to finish off, I don't know when I'm going to read it. This book is also on Anyplay, but I have Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. I really loved Serpent and Dove, as well as Blood and what's the first one or the second one? Blood and Honey. I really like that. I really like this witch and this religious guy and they're forced into this arranged marriage, and I thought it was pretty spicy. This was more near new adult. I think both of them were over 18, and I just loved this. So I'm super nervous about reading this one, and I need to be in a very specific mood to read it. But I remember reading Blood and Honey when I was pretty much over, I read it last year when I pretty much don't read YA at all, and I still really love that book. So I'm excited for this one, and it's just beautiful. Her books are gorgeous. Then of course we have The Heart Principle by Helen Wong. I actually already read this. The review is in my monthly wrap up, as well as I just talked about it in my week 36 weekly wrap up. I did really enjoy this book. It is quite the gut punch, so be prepared when you go into it that it will hurt you. But I did give it 5 stars. Then we have Uncharted by Adriana Anders. I actually got to read an arc of this one and I gave it 5 stars. I really, really loved this. This one was definitely a lot spicier than, I actually have it right here, than Whiteout was. Like, it was decently spicy because it's not quite as cold. They are in Alaska, but I love survival stories. And this one is about Leo, who's a female pilot who works with our like group of people that we meet in the first one. And she's supposed to go rescue Elias Thorne. And then they end up running for their lives together. There's also a pet, and it's awesome. So I did really enjoy this. Then I purchased the Anti-Heroes in Love duet box. So I have When Heroes Fall and When Villains Rise. I'm very excited to talk to Gianna. That interview should already be up when you're seeing this. I love her writing. I don't love every single book the same, but the ones that I love, I absolutely love. And When Villains Rise was a 6-star book for me, and When Heroes Fall was also very, very good. So love these. I wish these were matte though. The other, like some of her other series, I have matte on them, but it's still beautiful. I love my Dante. Then I'm so happy to have this book in my hands. This book, I was offered to read a arc by the author. This is her debut novel, and man, I feel like she did so good for the very first book she wrote, and that is The Devil and I by Kay Allister. I'm actually rereading it. I got distracted by a few things, but this is about a cop who is actually a serial killer who kills bad guys, and he saves the life of this girl named Raina who's actually trying to commit suicide, so trigger warning for that. And he decides that once he saves her, that he's gonna keep her. I licked it, so it's mine. And he wants to get vengeance for all the bad things that have happened to her, and I could not ask for a more perfect man than that. So there we are. Then recently this beautiful book just came out. I still love the second one the most, but I'll always have a place in my heart for this series, and that is The Casanova by T.L. Swan. This has been #1 on the Kindle charts on Amazon for days now, which is just amazing. I've been reading T.L. Swan for quite a few years. My color just totally went crazy. Sorry about that. There we go. And I'm just so happy for her success. And even though Elliot just couldn't quite usurp my sweet baby Tristan, I still thought this was a great time. I still think it's worth the read, and I can't wait for the 4th one in this series. I'm always excited to read whatever comes next by T.L. Swan. And then the bind up of Unshackle, Dominate, and Complicate by Pam Godwin came out. I have an interview with Pam Godwin on my channel, which was amazing. Oh my God. So definitely go check that out. But I also got to help with her release for this. I love these because they have the title on the front, but when it's naked, it just looks like that. So this is books 7, 8, and 9 in the Deliver series. This series is not as light as the cover may let you think, so make sure you check your trigger warnings for this series. But you can buy these in either paperback or hardback, and I have all the beautiful hardbacks for this series now, and I'm obsessed. I'm freaking obsessed. Okay, then let's do these quick. So I actually have 2 months worth of my reveal book box to show you real quick, because I filmed my last book haul and I think I had like just gotten it, and so I didn't put them in it. But I get reveal book box. It's not a sponsor of the channel, but they are something that like I have a referral code, which if you use my code, then I can work towards getting a free box. Whenever you sign up for it, then you'll get your own code and you can do it, but I'll have a link down below. They have this amazing book box where you can get a curated box based on tropes that you love, and they will send you indie signed books, which is amazing. Sometimes there's even traditionally published ones in there too, but they mostly work with like either Montlake, which is the Amazon independent publishing, or with independent authors. So I have 2 months worth of books to show you. I don't know a ton what these ones are about, but they should fit into the tropes that I picked when I filled out the form. So we have Crushin' by Kelly Kay. I just love this. This takes place at a winery, which I think is cool. And yeah, they're like all signed. So I have that one. I have All Geek to Me by Allie York. I love this one. This one came with a cute sticker that I'm gonna put on my book cart soon. Hearts Don't Lie by Sutton Bishop. Just a little sign in there. Rebel Roommate. I know when I read this the other day, or I didn't read it, I read the back of it. This one's a brother's best friend and forced proximity, and I love those. 6 Nights in Paradise by Ashley Cade. I actually didn't know that Ashley Cade had other books out yet. I've read her debut series, like when I was a baby booktuber. I first started reading her, and I really love them. So I'm excited to read more of her. Her Property by Claire Wilder. Changing the Rules by Catherine Bybee. And this is my first Megan Quinn, The Wedding Game, got sent to me. I have not read a Megan Quinn yet, and I'm pretty excited about it. So those are all the books that I got in my recent Reveal book box. Then I got the sweetest gift ever. Seriously. One of my followers, her name is Ashley, she's cleaning out her library, and she sent me 2 boxes of books. Now, some of them I had already read, or they were ones that I don't plan to read, so I have already, she told me to donate those if I didn't want them. But I am keeping quite a few of them, so let's show you what they are. So the first 4 I want to show you are actually the books in the Element series, which I've actually started reading already, because I already wanted to read these books, and I got sent the paperbacks, which just made me feel so treasured. So thank you so much. She sent them to my P.O. box, which I always have my P.O. box in the bottom of my description. If you would like to send me anything, you definitely can. But she sent me all the Elements series. So there's The Air He Breathed, which I've already read. I gave 4.5 stars. I am about to read The Fire Between High and Low. And then I'm so excited to read The Silent Waters and The Gravity of Us. So I got sent those 4 books. Then I got some books by V. Keelan. I got Egomaniac, Stuck Up Suit by V. Keelan and Penelope Ward, and Mr. Moneybags. Then I am so excited about these because I've only read 1 book by this author, so I'm very intrigued by these ones. This is a series by Charlie Rose. I've only read 1 book by her, and this is Bad Intentions, Bad Influence, and Bad Habit. And I think these are kind of like new adult, but I don't think that they are. I don't know. I see My Brother's Widow written on them. But I'm excited. Like I said, Charlie Rose was an author that I really have liked one of her books, but I didn't try any other ones. So I'm very excited about these. Then I got this one that's a Lauren Landish, and it has Chad Hurst on the cover. How cool. Chad Hurst is one of my favorite cover models. Chad Hurst, love it. I love his eyes. So we have Beauty and the Billionaire by Lauren Landish. I don't know that I've read really any Lauren Landish. Then I got sent 7 books by Kylie Scott, which is amazing. I actually have one of these on my Kindle because I got it when it was free, but I haven't read it. So I got the Stage Dive series. So I got Lick, Play, Lead, and Deep. And I'm all over this. These Boys and Tattoos. I think these are Rockstar, or else they're in a band. I don't know. But I'm here for it. And there also is the Dive Bar, books in the Dive Bar series. So we have Dirty, Twist, and Chaser. So I am all over this. I cannot wait to have a Kylie Scott deep dive. It's going to be amazing. Then I have a couple books that I just purchased new, even though they're not new. Oh wait, no. I got one other present from a person, so let me show that. I got sent Timestamps by K.L. Craig. This was sent by an indie author to my P.O. box. So since this was sent by an indie author, I'm going to read the back, what it's about. It says, "Time is a thief, cruel to the hearts." It's a very beautiful cover. This is what it says. Timestamps. Our life is marked by them. Significant milestones to the seemingly mundane. All of them have a place, a purpose, moments and chapters stacking up on each other, building scars and memories, creating stories that are only ours to tell. But those stamps are finite, predetermined, and eventually our allotment runs out. This is our story, our collection of timestamps, the culmination of our love, our struggles, our redemption, and our heartbreak. This story isn't always easy, but it is real, a genuine account of utter devotion, where every page is crammed with pure emotion and truth and the gift of loving another person more than yourself. Share with us in our dreams, our laughter, cry with us in our sorrow, our pain. Take this journey through our timestamps. Take it with Laurel and I, and time and I will meet you at the end. Roth Warren Keswick. So I don't know what that means, but yeah, this was sent to me by the author. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little scared because that seems super intense, but I definitely want to try to give it a try. We'll get to it. Okay, then I have some books that I just purchased because they look cool. I did just purchase Rhapsodic as well. At my Barnes & Noble had both Rhapsodic and A Strange Hymn by Laura Thalassa. And I know I am the last girl on the train for this one, okay? I want to read it, all right? So Rhapsodic is actually on my TBR for September. But I wanted to show that I have this. So I have not read the Bargainer series. I know it's like a Hades and Persephone, Beauty and the Beast, whatever. I have the audiobooks for it. I am so excited. But I did get both the first and second one at my Barnes & Noble. And I just love that Barnes & Noble has Laura Thalassa. So super excited for this. I love this cover. Then I ordered myself a copy of Broken Wing, which I recently put on a favorites, I love this so much. This is a dark historical romance that was recommended to me by a viewer, and I freaking loved it. So I had to order myself a copy of it. It's just so good. I want to read some other books by this author as well, because this just broke my heart and put it back together. It's beautiful. It's an epic historical romance, a little more towards historical fiction, but because it's more about a man's journey, but the romance is still achingly beautiful, but it's not a traditional historical romance. I finally ordered myself a copy of Cold Queen by Kay Webster. So I actually read this book when it first came out in 2019, when because this used to be, it was a part of a series that was coming out called Twisted Fairy Tales or something like that. And this one is a retelling of Frozen, literally like Anna and Elsa retold, and it is dark and broody. And I liked the original cover, which had this crown on it. But then I saw this, Kay Webster, she kind of redoes her covers quite often. And when I saw this one, I was like, this is my chance. This is the one I want. So I purchased this. Oh my gosh, this book is so twisty. It's fantastic. Then I just grabbed these ones at Barnes & Noble because one of my friends and channel member said that I should try Anne Gracie if I liked Mary Below, that she was that style of historical author. So a bunch of her books are on Anyplay, but I went ahead and grabbed a few of them from Barnes & Noble as well. So I grabbed The Scoundrel's Daughter, which is the first in her newest series, I believe. Let me see. Yes, this one came out in 2021. And then I grabbed both Mary in Scandal and Mary in Secret. So I'm going to trust her and try those. Then I have a stack of books. So a lot of you know this, but I recently started a viewer recommendation form. You can find it in my link tree down below, or if you're on my Instagram and you go to my profile, you can recommend a book to me. And what I do is that I usually pick randomly off of the list using a random number generator, because when you fill out a form, it goes into a spreadsheet, and then, it's a Google sheet, so every book has a number, and I will just do a random number pick. So what I did though one day when I was bored is I went through and I saw which books that were historicals, and I ordered a bunch of them from Better World Books when they had a sale for back to school. So these books, I don't fully know what they're about, but they were on my recommendations list, which means I want to try to read them at some point. So I'll just show you the ones I got. I got The Charm School by Susan Wiggs, Deception by Amanda Quick, love that, and Then He Kissed Her by Laura Lee Gerke, The Velvet Promise by Jude Devereaux, Angel Creek by Linda Howard, All Through the Night by Connie Brockway. And then this one is not historical, but this book has been recommended to me like forever and I want to read it. And so I finally ordered a copy and I got The Siren by Tiffany Reese. I want to read this one really soon because it's been around for so long and I know that I have a good feeling I'm going to like it. This came out in 2012, okay? 2012. It's time that I read this book. Literally, it's like yellowing. It's so awesome. Anyway, then I recently went on a trip to visit my friend Crystal. Maybe you heard about it. And we went book shopping. And I had to be very wise with the books that I picked because I only had so much room in my suitcase to bring them back. But I picked up some really cool ones. So one of them she just gave to me. It was one of the books that we read for Rake Appreciation Society. And she had an extra one with a step back, which I didn't have. So she actually gave me After Midnight, which has this gorgeous step back. Oh my God. This is a paranormal historical romance and I loved it. It wasn't 5 stars, but it was so campy and fun that it was just a great time. So Crystal gave me this one and I'm so happy. I found The Courtesan Duchess by Joanna Shupe, which I believe is Joanna Shupe's first book. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Joanna Shupe, but I heard that this was a pretty rare find, and so I grabbed it, and I believe it's her only Regency books that she's written. Yes, these are Regency, so that's cool. I got On a Wicked Dawn by Stephanie Lawrence. Look at that. I still need to do Step Back Saturday today. That's a good one. 3 Little Secrets by Liz Carlisle. I've been collecting Liz Carlisle's. That's cool. I love that hero. He's on some Julia Quinn books. I found an original of Lord John and the Private Matter, which I haven't read any books in this side series yet, but I love that I found one of the original ones, which is pretty cool. I found No Damaged Goods. I actually found this at a Savers, which is cool. I haven't read any Nicole Snow, I don't think, but I'm excited about it. I believe he's a firefighter, and yeah, I want to read it. It looks cool. And then this was another book that was on my recommendations list, and so I actually just bought it at Barnes & Noble when we were there, though, and that's American Dreamer. This is a new cover for this book. With Carina Press, and this is a book that's on my TBR, so there we go. And then I just have 3 books that I already own them, but I found better copies of the ones that I own, and so I picked them up. So I grabbed one of the Duke and I found this for only 50 cents, and even though it's the one without the step back, I still like to have extras of these because they're impossible to find, and they're about to get even more impossible again when we come back for another series, so I grabbed it. I grabbed another copy of Prince of Dreams, and I also found When He Was Wicked with a step back. So there we go. Those are all the books that I've gotten in the last 6 weeks. Now I can finally put them away where they belong, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be amazing. So thank you so much for watching this. I put up new videos 3 to 4 times a week, and you can watch some more of them right now. Bye.